think it's the right time for this movie to be remade, given that we are able to be invisible now. We can hide behind our keyboards and our screens, and you can pretty much torment anybody.
You can say whatever you want, there's no accountability. They're anonymous. They can do whatever they want. You get to see the true essence of a human.
You think you're learning how to beat me, so I'm gonna truly teach you something.
Rather than the phone.
Lee really did write a very clear emotional through line for this character. He also has an incredible knowledge of the genre and a love for it, a true passion for it.
Stop.
It's always great when you have a director who's really excited, not only about the project, but about the actors. So we can just feel relaxed and just, do the job that we want to do and take risks that we want to take without feeling inhibited.
We need to see people that we see in life, and the world is made up of a lot of different kinds of people. I have interest in telling their stories.
Good morning, Cecilia. You don't have to say anything to me. Tom Griffin is a lawyer. I would call Adrian the puppeteer, and I would look at Tom as a puppet. I always imagine the idea of young kids traumatizing bugs or animals, and I imagine that Tom was that for Adrian. He just terrorized him, and now they've grown up, and they're still kind of doing the same thing.
Adrian killed my sister, and you helped him. I can see you for what you really are.
Who are you? Do I know you? Do I owe you money?
Who is James? James Lanier, he's a single father, good man, working man. He's a police officer.
Rolling folks, holding on.
We are doing Aldous and I's first scene in the film. He's so professional, and obviously, he's an incredible actor.
Hopefully, I step in proper and I don't look foolish. Hey, see, he's not out there. I promise.
Despite their very, very long relationship, James and City, they don't believe her, and that gets more and more frustrating to her.
I wanted someone who was a bit of an audience surrogate, who was seeing the movie through the perspective of normality, that this is crazy. And so I created this character called James, played by Aldous Hodge, who is someone she's living with. She feels like she's imposing on him just by crashing on his couch. And she tries to take care of James's daughter, Sydney, who's played by Storm Reed. It was really important to have that other perspective on what she was going through.
Sydney is just a 15 or 16-year-old girl who loves fashion, loves her dad. Cecilia acts as a mother figure to Sydney.
Storm, she's doing things that I would never have even thought to do. She's so bright and so professional.
Noise. Action. Cut. Very nice.
Emily Cass, she hasn't got the vulnerability, certainly not on the surface, that Cecilia has.
Can I start you off with some water?
Just the free kind.
Okay, tap it is.
Cool.
She's a nice antidote to the softness that Elizabeth brings to Cecilia.
You have a strength that I don't have. Mm-hmm. And I envy it. Sure.
Police, show me your hand.
I have to be honest, I just signed on to this movie because I thought it was just a really solid script and a great story, and Lizzie was going to be a part of it. And I'm a huge fan of her and her work.
Ollie, seriously, you have to do a really difficult thing, which was step in and do the beginning of a film and an end of the film with not a lot in between. And to show an audience a character like that without a lot of material is actually really difficult. We didn't have any time. I met him the week before we started shooting.
Lizzie was hugely helpful with offering up ideas, and we wanted to show the cycle of what these relationships are about. How people end up back in these relationships, even though they know better. It's about the pull of what these people do. Specifically what Adrian does to grab them back.
I remember we were talking to Lee when we were casting it, and one of the things we talked about was how important it was that this character was believable. He couldn't be twirling his mustache. He had to be somebody that you believe that this woman would be in a relationship with. He had to be a real person with that monster inside him. And Ollie really did hit the mark. I think we're all just super happy that we found him.
It's such an amazing group of people that are involved in it. And it's such an incredible take on the story and something that is so exciting to be a part of it.